a Utah powerhouse, 17-time state champion, with room for an 18th banner. The second most decorated volleyball program in state history, a school with long tradition and legacy. A tradition and legacy of success and championships. The Lady Rebels now take the court, carrying that legacy proudly. This is Rich Volleyball. And now, here is your voice of the Rich High Rebels, Cody Olson.
Welcome, Rich Rebel fans, to another segment of Saturday Volleyball. Your Lady Rebels will be taking on the Manila Mustangs in what should be a fantastic matchup, and no better way to start your Saturday than coming out here and watching some volleyball. As we've been out to the trough, we've been walking around town, and it is absolutely beautiful. Could not be better. We have our coaches and our players out here, and some students as well coming out to support the Lady Rebels after a fantastic showing, and they're ready to take on the Mustangs. It's great to be out here. I am your voice of the Rich High Rebels, Cody Olson. I will be your guide as I take you through this volleyball game in what should be a fantastic matchup between the Manila Mustangs as well as your Lady Rebels. We're here situated in beautiful heaven on earth, Randolph, Utah. Our first serve is scheduled in about 25 minutes from now. In the meantime, we have our pregame show brought to you by the town of Randolph, home of the Rich Rebels. Good luck from Mayor Lynn Weston, board member Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Larry Kennedy, Melanie Lamb, and clerk Lana Peart. We'll hear from them, and then we'll set the scene for tonight's game. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich High Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 FM with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that's one reason the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, respect, a love for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Lynn Weston and the town board proudly support the Rich Rebels and hope you'll be able to visit soon and come back often.
Atlas Home Care and Hospice provides skilled nursing and physical therapy services in your home in Rich County. In-home service providers include Natalie Cornea, Kylie Argyle, Brady Stokes, and Bradley Holmes. Call Atlas Home Care and Hospice today.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. If you're joining us just now, welcome to another segment of Rich Lady Volleyball on this beautiful Saturday. Absolutely perfect outside. Great time here at the volleyball match. Spend time with family. I know if you're wanting to get a hold of the audio for General Conference, it is located on 99.1. And if you can go ahead and listen to that, I know that some people were asking. But until then, if you'd like to listen to some volleyball, you can listen to me, Cody Olson, voice of the Rich Rebels, as the Lady Rebels will be taking on the Manila Mustangs. Rich Rebels 10-7 overall after the win now against Mount Vernon. And the Manila Mustangs coming in at 4-12 overall, and in region play 2-4. Recently, they just had some losses to Kemmer, ICS, and Altamont. Those teams very strong in and of themselves. The Manila Mustangs out here with a very small underclass. As I was talking to Coach Slop of Manila, she was able to tell me that this team is full of freshmen and sophomores, and she's hoping to get these girls up and ready for state championships sooner or later as these girls get more and more experience. And we're grateful to welcome them out here, and then our Rich Lady Rebels out here as well. We're going to be looking out for those injuries that kind of came upon us during the Lyman game. I see Ellie Argyle out here, but Taylor McKee also questionable. We will see if she can come out and play with us tonight. or rather this afternoon. That's our first little scene set, and we'll dip into them more after this break, as this has been a Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau scene set. Bear Lake, Utah, and Idaho, plan your vacation today. Visit bearlake.org. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich High Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife, with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
When you think about Bear Lake, think family, fun, fishing, beaches, boats, green, and great food. Think water, wildlife, trails, and shakes, snow, scenery, and sun. Think summer. Go to bearlake.org and plan your visit today. Visit Scenic Idaho.
We welcome you back out here to Randolph, Utah, as the Rich Lady Rebels will be taking on the Manila Mustangs in what should be an amazing matchup in volleyball. The serve is scheduled for a 1 p.m. serve time. That gives us a little bit of time to talk a little bit about these teams as we dip now a little bit more into our scene set. Rich handling business last night against Mount Vernon, now 10-7 on the season. They're hoping to get into some serious chemistry, get into some great groove together as a team, as these girls are trying to get set for the state playoffs. We're in October. Time has flown, and it has been incredible to watch these girls grow together, as well as see what they can do. They have a tournament coming up in Richfield later on next week, as these girls now are focused on the Manila Mustangs. Let's talk a little bit more about the Rich Rebels going into this game. The Lady Rebels this afternoon coming off of Mount Vernon and then a loss to Lyman. That was an incredible matchup and very loud. It was great to have everybody out here and to support the girls, as Lyman was able to put together a 10-3 run in the fourth set to kind of put it away. What was for sure going to be a set and a forcing of a fifth set between these two teams turned out to be a win for Lyman in the fourth set. The injuries sustained by McKee and Argyle have affected the team productivity a little bit. As I sit here now looking over the team, I see Argyle. I do not see McKee. And there we go. And I guess we are seeing her out there now as we're getting ready to see what she can do, and hopefully we can understand a little bit more. I think these injuries were just sustained in practice, but now these girls are ready to go. As she is dressed up and on the opposite side, hopefully we can see these girls produce and play against this very, very gritty and tough Manila team. Coach Lamborn tells me that she has been kind of scheduling some tougher opponents outside of region play so that they can get ready to really roll within region play. She does this on purpose as the girls try to be their very best and prepare for the state tournament. Currently the Rich Rebels number 5 ranked in the RPI. Kill leader with Annie Peart, 1A classification with 146 kills. Add a couple more after the Lyman game as well. And then Taylor McKee, who should be coming back, who is second overall in 1A, currently close to 400 assists on the season. Turning our attention now to Manila. Manila, 4-12 on the season, very young team. Coach Slaw speaks about how she loves coaching these sophomores and these freshmen in hopes that they can get to the state tournament with that experience built up over the years. 4-12, very fantastic for an entire team made of exclusively underclassmen. Great for them, as despite their youth, the Manila Mustangs have put together some serious wins and look to develop themselves more and more as time goes on. That's a look at our scene set and a little bit what looks like here in the gym. People are filing in. Our student section, as well as parents and coaches. Incredibly exciting to be out here, as serve-off will be moments away. Until then, we'll continue with our pregame show. Our pregame show brought to you by the town of Randolph. That's kind of what it looks like here courtside, as well as our scene set. That's been brought to you by Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau. Visit bearlake.org today and plan your next family fun vacation. About 15 minutes away from the start of today's action. Coming up, we'll visit with the coaches. Hear from Stacy's Repair, Coach Wendy's Lamborn. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich High Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 FM with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Whatever takes you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including newly renovated rooms, a business office, workout room, outdoor pool, and full-service restaurant, plus complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. We're getting close to our coaches show brought to you by Stacy's Repair. We're going to hear from Coach Devin Slaw of Manila. We'd like to go ahead and thank Stacy's Repair. When you need a repair, take it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Rich Rebel fans, I am joined here with Coach of the Manila Mustangs, Coach Devin Slaw, her first year with Manila. Coach, thanks again for your time.
Yep, you're very welcome.
Coach Slaw, we had a little discussion a little bit before as to how you got involved into the world of volleyball. Do you mind touching up on that as well as part of our interview?
Yeah, not a problem. So I kind of just grew up playing volleyball. It's one of my hobbies. I still play as much as I can today. So when my daughter got into 6th grade, she was already in the junior high. So I have coached the junior high team for the last 3 years, and then I just got moved into the high school.
Coach, it's great, and we are going to be incredibly excited to welcome you up to Randolph. You have a game before playing the Rich Rebels against Altamont. How has the week looked practice-wise for your girls?
It's been... We just have a super young team, so that's a lot of what we work on just in general, no matter who we're playing. My whole team is freshmen and sophomores, so they're super young. We do not have a lot of varsity experience, so we're just kind of learning right now.
Coach, underclassmen come with some good things and bad things. What are some pros and cons of having most of your girls quite young in your program?
The pros are I have coached every single one of them, like I said, for the last 3 years. So we all have a really good relationship just coming into the high school. And then I've only got 7 girls, but they all work really hard. They're competitive. They want to get better, so they come to practice with a good attitude. Even though we're not doing great record-wise this year, they still come and they play hard, and they've got a lot of talent. So they're going to be really good here in the next, couple years, I think. Cons with this team is just basically we just don't have a lot. There's only 7 of them, so it's kind of hard to get that competitiveness and some really good scrimmaging and practice. But we do what we can.
Coach, you have some great wins against Mount Vernon and Tintic. What went well in those games that you really liked when coaching your girls?
We were able to, off the serve receive, really helped us. And a lot of our wins, just straight up hustle. It wasn't always pretty, but, they worked their butts off and they, kept the ball in the air and kept it in play. So they just worked really hard to get those wins.
Coach, would you say that hustle is something that identifies and sets your team apart with your girls being so young?
Definitely. I have definitely emphasized a lot of, because we are not, we don't have the experience and they're not quite at, even the varsity level in their skills yet. So a lot of our play is just, just keep that ball going. Do what we can and just keep it going, because if we can keep that ball going, then we always have a shot.
Coach, you have a good few wins under your belt and you're looking forward to greater progress. What would you consider would be a success to your team within the next couple years?
The state tournament and being able to compete at that level. Manila hasn't made it to state or hasn't made it very far. That we can really, when they get to be juniors and seniors, I think they really have a shot at going for a state championship. So we'll see here in the next couple years.
Perfect. This is Coach Devin Slot of Manila. We will be welcoming her soon as she will take on the Lady Rebels. Thanks again, Coach.
Thank you.
Time flies, especially when you're having fun. This is Jeremy Rex, manager at T-Bar S in Evanston. It's hard to believe that we've been here almost a year with our new management team and staff. Did you know that you can have your vehicle detailed, your windshield replaced, chip repair done, or get your trailer refinished or rewired at T-Bar S? Of course, we are a full-service collision repair shop, too. You can even change your oil and your brakes. Visit T-Bar S today. Let T-Bar fix your car. 515 County Road, Evanston.
Evanston Regional Hospital is an affiliate of the University of Utah Health. Our partnership builds on a long tradition of collaboration between Evanston Regional Hospital and University of Utah Health. Inside these doors, our dedicated staff is committed to being your caring partner in your healthcare journey. Whether you need an MRI or surgery, are expecting a new baby, or you're having a heart attack, Evanston Regional Hospital is here to help. Evanston Regional Hospital. Healing begins here.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. We're now deep into the Stacy's Repair Coaches Show. We're going to hear from Coach Wendy Lamborn. This was taken earlier in the week as they were preparing for Lyman, but they touched up a little bit on Manila as well. We'll hear from her. And then we'll go ahead and dip more into our pregame show. Special thanks to Stacy's Repair. Stacy's Repair, take it to the ones. who truly care, Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. Here is Coach Lamborn.
Joined here with Coach Wendy Lamborn here on the Coaches Show. Coach Lamborn, we had an incredible bunch of volleyball the last couple days. One went the right way, one didn't go the right way. How is the team feeling overall?
They really wanted to beat ICS, of course, but we finally are clicking, and we feel like we played a really good match. So just a few things that we got to work on, and I think we're good. I think they're in good spirits.
I think they're in good spirits. It was a fun game and really exciting. It seems as though that the substitutions and the rotation are really set and that you're really getting the groove. How do you feel about that kind of setup that you have going on right now?
I think that you have to get to a point in your season where you start being able to know who's on the floor and the chemistry is good and whatever. And it took us a minute to get there to see who was going to fit in the best positions. But I think that we finally got that, and we just have a lot of good matches coming up, and we'll just keep improving and hopefully start peaking at states when you want to be peaking. So we're good.
Coach, those two games, what did you like about those two matches? What did you see in terms of positives that you really saw going in the right direction?
I feel like all the girls are on board with the plan. And I feel like they're working hard. We really needed to work on our hitting this week, and I saw a huge improvement with our hitting and our power hitting. We are not very strong hitters, and we really worked on that. I feel like we did. That was a big improvement this weekend that I was super happy about.
How was that implemented in practice last week?
We spent a lot of time in hitting lines and a lot of time in transition, a lot of time trying to hit the ball hard around the block. We spent a lot of time working on that. Usually it's serve receive, which still it's a serve receive game basically. But we needed to work on that, and we were just kind of keeping it in a rally form, and we needed to get it into a kill form. And I feel like we definitely improved on that.
Coach, you have some seniors that are balling out, and you also have some underclassmen that have come into their own. What do you feel like has helped them find that groove?
They're a together group, and I think they're supporting each other really well. It's not always easy because you got a lot of seniors that, aren't getting to play a lot of time, and some underclassmen that are taking their spot. But, you got to bring your team along and do what I feel is best, and I feel like the girls have jumped on the bandwagon to know that whatever we got to do to get a win is what we're going to do, and they're very supportive of that.
Do you feel like you know the formula? Have you implemented it, or is there still room to kind of move around for the rest of the season?
I feel like we're about there. I feel like we've got to just go and start getting the feeling of who's by me, who's playing, who's going to get what, and who you can trust by you, and what balls are going to be yours and theirs, and just kind of a craziness of volleyball. But when you start feeling the chemistry with who you're with in the front row or the back row, it makes it so that everything just jives better.
Jiving better is hopefully what we're going to see against Lyman. You were unfortunately not able to be a part of that last matchup. What did you see while watching that game when you weren't there, and what do you hope to maybe tweak and change so you can get back in this game?
We were rotating a lot, and we were trying to figure out who was going to be the best in what position. It was super frustrating to be home watching that game. Lyman's a great team. I mean, they just always produce great girls and hard hitters, big block. So it's going to be a good game for us, real good game for us. But I feel like we've done some different things that should improve that for our sake.
Coach, what's the advantage as a broadcaster and someone that's following the team? You have so much talent and so many girls that aren't necessarily huge hitters that you talked about. Lyman has two just monster outside hitters. What can Rich really do to combat two superstars with so much talent spread overall on Rich?
We need to block. We've switched some things up for that very reason, for their big hitters. And we're hoping that will play out for us. We've switched some rotations, done some things a little bit different, and I think it'll help us.
Coach, you have 3 games this week, and then you also have the Richfield tournament. What are you expecting to accomplish after, especially after the tournament? What do you hope to implement that you will be different afterwards?
Just what I'm saying. I think we're finally together. We finally know what we're doing, and just believing in each other, going forward, and finally hitting our peak. I said that after the ICS game. I said, this doesn't matter if we lose to them now. It does matter, and it didn't matter to them. But state's our goal, and the Richfield tournament, these games like Lyman, all that's going to do is make us better. We are playing better teams, and that just makes us improve. So hoping to just keep going with that and peak right when we need to peak.
Peaking at the right time will be great. Coach, we look forward to all of your volleyball matches. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead and step aside. That was Coach Wendy Lamborn touching up on the team this week. A little bit about Lyman that we didn't hear about, but is still applicable. Chemistry, incredibly key. Knowing your job, and then knowing how to deal and work with the injuries that are given to find your groove getting into the latter half of the season. State tournament is what we care about, and that is what Coach Lamborn really echoed. Good to see her and all these girls back out to play. Wonderful activity for Saturday. Special thanks to Stacy's Repair for the coaches show, as we'll take a quick break here, and we'll probably get into the starting lineup and the Laketown Ledger. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, as we get ready now. Special thanks to Stacy's Repair for the coaches show. We're now going to go ahead and dip into the Laketown Ledger. Last time these two teams met, it was on the 8th of October 2020. That was a 3-0 sweep by the Lady Rebels. And then the Rich Rebels had 40 collective kills in that game. And Manila out here has a completely different squad and playing a lot of underclassmen who have been playing incredibly well. And Brittany Lamborn, then junior, in that game against Manila had 5 aces. We'll hope to see something a little bit like that today as we get ready for the start of this match. We're getting close to time for the starting lineups as these two teams will come together. We have quite a few students in the stands. We have great parents in the stands, and we're getting ready for the Pledge of Allegiance. As we're going to go ahead and welcome the Manila Mustangs into the gym, rocking fantastic jerseys, red tops with white numerals. We'll go ahead and dip into our Pledge of Allegiance.
Please follow me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, cheerleaders. Okay, for your starting lineup.
Here comes the starting lineup.
Number 2,
Sadie Davis, number 2.
Number 3, Reagan Browning.
Reagan Browning.
Number 8, Kate Bambro.
Kate Brambro.
Number 10, Callie Bear.
Callie Bear.
13, Abby Schofield.
Abby Schofield, number 13.
Number 15, Cameron Slaw.
Number 15, Cameron Slaw.
And Devin Slaw. Good luck, Lady
Devin
Mustangs.
Slaw as well as the coach for the Lady Mustangs. Here comes the Lutz Construction starting lineup for the Lady Rebels. Dixie Huffaker, number 5, the senior. Annie Peart as well starting today.
23,
Brittany Lamborn.
And number 33, Kaylee Hatch.
Kaylee Hatch will be standing in, I believe, as the setter tonight. Darlene coming in as the outside hitter.
25,
Violet Taylor, the sophomore, also getting the start today. Coach Lamborn, we'd like to thank the town of Laketown for our Laketown Ledger. That is Mayor Burdette Weston, council members Dallas Clark, Gary Ogilvie, Eldon Robinson, Delora White, as well as clerk Amber Drosbeck. That starting lineup was brought to you by Lutz Construction, Excavation and Landscape, premier commercial and residential excavation and landscaping. We dig Bear Lake. Go ahead and call 435-946-8678 for Lutz Construction as we now get ready to dig into this first set, which is going to be brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet. Our opening serve is also brought to you by Pam Cornea with Town and Country Realty. Getting now to the beginning of this game. What an exciting time and a wonderful, beautiful Saturday. As soon as we're done with this gym, get outside and go on a walk because it is beautiful and it's going to get cold soon. At least that's what I hear from the residents of Randolph. It's going to get cold. Our cheerleaders located on the west side of the gym. Our student section located in the southwest corner. I see Nate Woods and company out there, as well as Buckwheat and others. Here comes the beginning serve taken by Hatch. Hatch up and over and out of bounds to the left. That will be points for Manila on that opening serve, as that service from Hatch will go out and to the left. Now coming to serve Cameron Slaw for Manila. That's going to be out of bounds. It was going to be attempted to be fielded by Annie Peart, and it's a good thing she didn't touch it because it was the smart move to let it go out of bounds. 1-1, you're reading. Senior Brittany Lamborn, service. Up and over the tape near the back line off of the forearms of Reagan Browning and out of bounds. That is a Crawford Trough ace off of the forearms of Manila. And first for Brittany Lamborn. We welcome you if you're joining us on mylocalradio.com or on 98.3 The Wildlife. Here is service from Lamborn into the net, and a little bit of a slow start for each of these teams. Service errors, and off of the forearms fielding. Here comes number 10, Callie Bear. Bear sends it over to Lamborn, who's going to touch the top of the ceiling off of her forearms. Annie Peart keeps it alive, and then it's sent over by Hatch and cleared. Here comes Manila, and they're going to set up Slaw on the back line. It will be blocked and put right back down by Dixie Huffaker onto the Manila side for points for Rich. 3-2, you're reading. Huffaker is going to come out, and Smith will come in. As per usual, for the substitutions that we've seen, Smith will serve. Service up and over the tape, taken by Slaw in the middle. Here comes a setup there for Brambro. Bambro sends it out the back line out of bounds. We are now at 4-2. Smith back to serve again. Up and over, right across the tape, and then taken on the back line by Manila. Into the middle it goes, and then cleared over by Davis. Davis to Lamborn on the back line of Rich. Hatch will set up. Peart in the middle near the logo. A diving dig and off of a couple of Manila players out and to the right. That will be a Bear Lake Realty kill for Annie Peart and her first of the match. It will go off of the forearms, just a spread out to the left by Browning. Smith will go ahead and send her service up and over, and then it will be received, but it will go into the tape. We are now 6-2, your reading on the Station on Main scoreboard. Smith, this time over the tape again, taken well by Manila, up and up. Here's Slaw. Slaw sends that one over out of bounds. Correction, that was Callie Bear. Bear, kind of limited in her mobility as she has a brace on right now. It seems to be hindering her just a little bit, and then there is a Crawford Trough ace by Smith, who sends it at the back line, and the inexperience of Manila kind of shows through a little bit, but they are out here, they are gritty, they are excited, and at the first timeout, brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff, we're going to go ahead and see a score of 8-2, an advantage for the Rebels. Let's go ahead and keep it here and dip into our Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Here we will see the diehards of Randolph coming out to support their Rich Lady Rebels as they take on the Manila Mustangs. Your new home in Bear Lake is one phone call away. Go ahead and call 435-946-8888. As we see our student section, we see quite a few fans. There's a lot of people located on the side of the camera as well. Here they come back out of the timeout, and we'll dip back into the live camera. We see on the Station on Main scoreboard we are at 8-2 after some great work from Mackenzie Smith after, I believe, 2 or so aces on this match, brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet. It's going to go up and over again at the back line and kept alive by Manila. It's going to be cleared over by Bear. Bear back to Smith, and then the 10-foot line back set for Darlene Peterson. Peterson able to Odell her best way and get that ball over the net. Here's an attack there and a setup for Rich. Rich, Peart in the middle. She's going to hit the back right corner, and she will get points and her second kill of the match. 9-2. Rich on a little bit of a run here. We get the A-OK from the judge and clearance, and Smith sends it into the net for a service error. Can't be perfect in absolutely everything, and finally it caught up to Smith as she puts that one into the net. The ball will go to Manila. Here comes Abby Schofield for Manila. Up and over, taken by Smith, almost diving out to the left. It needs to be cleared over after 3 hits, and is by Rich. There we go, nobody near the net, and a little bit of a miscommunication as an attempted bump by Bear will go up and near the tape and fall down onto the Manila side. 10-3. And in comes senior Ambria Lutz. There it is, taken by Manila on the back line. Here's a setup there for Slaw. Slaw sends a laser beam up and over, and it will be taken well by Lamborn. Lamborn, and a setup for Violet Taylor, who rises up on the left side and puts it down onto the Manila side for a Bear Lake Realty kill. Lutz sends it over again. It's taken by Slaw, and then Schofield. Schofield back to Slaw. Slaw misjudges and just kind of whiffs, mostly hits air, and it will fall onto the Manila side on the left side of the court. 12-3. Your Rich Rebels up. Over the tape, Slaw. Schofield again. Dump set by Schofield. Here's Hatch setting up Peart in the middle. Peart sends it to the back line. Well taken by Manila. Slaw will try her attack. Smith handles it well. Kept alive by Rich, and then a setup there for Violet Taylor. It's going to be 2 hits called on Manila into the net. Into the net called on Manila, and points will go to Rich. Lutz sends it over again. Here's Schofield setting up Slaw on the back left. And that's going to be a block from Annie Peart, who judges that one well, times it, and puts it right back onto the Manila side after rising above on the Rich Rebel logo. 14-3. Lutz sends that one over again. Slaw takes it back to Schofield. Schofield back to Slaw. Up and over. Here's Hatch setting up Violet Taylor high and outside to the left, and she's going to put that one into the net. A 10-point lead for Rich here in the first set, brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet, serving Rich County residents for generations. Here comes Sadie Davis, the freshman. Jumping serve taken by Violet Taylor. There's a little bit of a knuckleball, and that looked like it just kind of rose at the very end, and it's going to hit Taylor kind of high on the forearms and down for an ace. Here's Davis. This time Lamborn will take it, and Hatch will keep it alive after almost going into the stands. It needs to be cleared over by Lutz. Here comes an offensive move and a dump set by Manila and Schofield. In the middle, Annie Peart with an attack, and it will be dug up and sent right back to the Rich side. Let's try this one again. Back set for Annie Peart. This time it will find its mark right off of the forearms of Bear, right in the middle back line and out of bounds. That is a Bear Lake Realty kill for Annie Peart. Here comes service from Violet Taylor, the sophomore. Taken by Schofield, and then Slaw will go ahead and slap that one over. Into the net, Annie Peart. She smiles. She was a little bit too close. 15-6, your reading. Here is Kate Bambro. Violet Taylor diving almost out of bounds and then cleared over by Peart. Here's Davis going over to Schofield, who clears that one over, and then here comes Hatch, keeping that one alive and then slapped over, and then that one's going to go underneath the net as Mackenzie Smith and Annie Peart kind of sandwiched on top of each other a little bit too close, and then points to Manila. Violet Taylor takes that one, and Hatch sends it over to Lamborn outside and to the left. Touched over the front row of Manila, cleared over by Bambro. Here's Hatch setting up Lamborn high and outside to the left. That time it will find its mark and fall right down at the free throw line of Manila for a Bear Lake Realty kill. Smith will come out, and here comes Dixie Huffaker. Annie Peart up and over. And then it was sent right back to the Rich side. Here's Hatch setting up Huffaker in the middle, who kind of tries to find the left corner, and then an attempted clearance by Schofield will be about 6 inches too short as it will go into the net and fall onto the Manila side. Back to a 10-point lead. Here's Annie Peart with service for Rich. Bambro, Schofield, and then Slaw in the middle, off of the fingertips of Huffaker. Hatch will reel it in and set up Lamborn high and outside to the left. Out the back line, not able to keep that one in bounds. Points to Manila. Reagan Browning, the freshman, back to serve for Manila. Finds her mark. Sends it over, taken by Violet Taylor on the back line. Hatch puts it in the middle for Huffaker. Huffaker sends that one up and over. Schofield keeps it alive, and then Bambro sends it over and clears it. Hatch, this time in the middle, setting up Lamborn high and outside to the left. Into the net will be called on Manila, as an attempted block will just lead them too far into the tape, and that will lead points for Rich. Kaylee Hatch, stellar server and very solid as she sends that one to the back line. It's taken well and cleared over by Manila. Hatch gets that one, and Darlene sends it back into the middle, cleared over by Annie Peart. Laser beam off of the forearms of Sadie Davis on the back right corner as Annie Peart jumped at the 10-foot line of Rich near the left side, and that will be a Bear Lake Realty kill. 19-18, double the points, and we're now getting into the thick of it as a Crawford Trough ace right above the tape. Could not get any closer for Kaylee Hatch. 20-8 now, sends it over, and then this time it will go out the back line. Here comes Cameron Slaw, the freshman. From Manila, jumping serve up and over. Very good serve, but it's taken well by Rich, and then it will be cleared over by Peart on the third touch. Slaw to Schofield, and then 3 people go for Manila, but it ends up going back over to the Rich side. Darlene Peterson back to Peart. Peart just didn't get enough into it as it will fall into the tape and then down onto the Rich side. 20-10, and points for Manila. Slaw, a little bit of great work from Slaw as she's able to put that right in between Lamborn and Annie Peart. Shaves the top of the tape, and it falls right in between the back line, between 2 defenders for Rich. 11-20. Attempts it again, puts it right in the same spot. Great work, but this time taken well by Rich. Huffaker puts this one up and over. Into the net will be called on Manila. That will be called on number 13, Schofield. Now back to serve Lamborn. Lamborn sends it up and over. It's taken on a one-handed dig there by Bambro, and then Davis clears it up and over. Lamborn on the back line to Hatch in the middle, who will set up Violet Taylor outside and to the left. Here's Manila taking it well, and then Schofield sends that one up and over. Hatch, back bump, and then cleared over by Violet Taylor. Bear to Schofield, and then back to Bear in the middle. She's very hindered by that knee brace, and here comes a back set from Hatch to Peterson. Well, that's kept alive, and great work, but oh my goodness. So there was an attack from Darlene Peterson, and then it was kept alive by Manila on 2 touches, and then it was sent over, and it missed in bounds by about 2 inches on the Rich side, but that points will go to Rich nonetheless. 22-11. Browning attempts a clearance from the back line, and it will go low into the net. Here's 23-11. here in the first set, brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet. Lamborn over the top of the tape, high off of the forearms of Davis, and then Davis has to clear it on the third touch, which they do. Great hustle. Hatch in the middle. Set up in the middle for Huffaker. Huffaker finds her mark on the back line, and it will go off of the fist of Kate Bambro as set point is already upon us here in the first set. Your Rich Lady Rebels and the Manila Mustangs here on Saturday. Saturday volleyball, afternoon. Great stuff. Here's Lamborn. Up and over and then back. It was initially received well by Browning, but Browning off of the bump will go ahead and put that into the near side antenna, and that will be the end of it. 25-11 will be your score in the first set, brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet. We'll go ahead and take a quick breather as we get now back into the second set after this quick little timeout and huddle. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Atlas Home Health and Hospice provides skilled nursing and physical therapy services in your home in Rich County. In-home service providers include Natalie Cornea, Kyle Argyle, Bradley Stokes, and Bradley Holmes. Call today for more information.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
We welcome you back to the second set now, brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Wallentine family wish the Rebels good luck in all they do. And good luck or skill, call it what you will. They're going to take the first set. As we dip now back into live coverage, we will clear our scoreboard. That first set was spearheaded by a 6-0 run by Mackenzie Smith in the server position. Your Rich Rebels with 7 kills, 5 aces. And they're going to take that first one 25-11. Here's Slaw, which will be sent up and over and off of the top of the forearms of Violet Taylor. I'd say for a freshman, she really has service down and doing a fantastic job, as the first points in the second set will go to Manila. Here she comes again, jumping serve up and over, and 2 aces in a row for Slaw. She is having herself a day, putting it right where it needs to go. Slaw back at it again. This time it will be taken by Lamborn. Lamborn then. Wilson to Huffaker in the middle. It'll be dug up by Manila close to the tape, and a battle will ensue. Back over to the Manila side, a setup there for Davis. Davis off of the forearms of Huffaker, and here's Wilson in the middle setting up for Lamborn outside and to the left. She puts it in and finds the back left corner and finally gets points for the Rich Rebels here in the second set. Casey Wilson getting some varsity time as she's in and sends it over. Back line there taken by Davis. Cleared over by Browning. Here comes Wilson setting up Darlene Peterson, who has to punch it over. Finds its mark right in between the 2 lines of defense for Manila, right smack dab in the middle. That's a Bear Lake Realty kill for Darlene Peterson. Casey Wilson back again to serve. Sends it over. Back line, and then misjudged what was initially going to be a bump, and then back into the setting position. And it was just too quick for Kate Bambro, as it will fall down onto the Manila side. And here is a 3-2 lead for Rich after falling behind. Off of the forearms there of Browning. middle of the back line. And that's a couple aces there for Wilson. Wilson, this time again. Taken well, but it's going to be an over serve, over return, and Darlene Peterson makes sure that it stays on the Manila side, and she will get some points there, 5-2. 5-0 run by Wilson and company. Here we go, Schofield going back there for Bambro. Bambro and then Wilson setting up Huffaker in the middle. Great Town of Woodruff dig by Annie Peart, and even better placement by Huffaker as she finds the back left corner for a Bear Lake Realty kill. 6-0 run for your Rich Rebels. Wilson over. Browning, and then slapped over by Bambro. Bambro is going to get that one sent right back, but it was too much muscle by Darlene Peterson and Huffaker as they met it right above the tape and slapped it so hard that it went back and out the back line of Manila. Here we go. Bear sends it over and is taken by Lamborn. Wilson will set up Darlene Peterson high and outside to the left. Here we go. Manila this time will go on the offensive as Slaw clears it over. Taylor and then Wilson in the middle setting up Huffaker right smack dab in the middle. She rises above and climbs the ladder and puts it down off of the forearms of Bear. Bear limited by her mobility. Not able to dive in time. Here's Lamborn to serve. Lamborn sends that one up and over. Up off the initial bump by Slaw and then cleared over by Davis. But that will go out and almost into the Rebel bench out of bounds. 8-3. Lamborn right above the tape, taken by Slaw in the middle. Schofield will then to Davis. Davis clears it over at the 10-foot line and finds the back left corner. Great work by Manila. Read the defense well, climbed the ladder, slapped it over about 3 feet behind the 10-foot line and found the back left corner for points for Manila. Abby Schofield. Could have been out of bounds, but it's saved by Annie Peart and needs to be cleared over by Huffaker. Huffaker sends that one up and over. Schofield will set up Slaw outside and to the left. They're going to go ahead and give her points as that was a mighty fast serve as Slaw, able to get a kill of her own, hits the back line literally for points. Here's Schofield sending it over again. Lamborn. Then to Wilson. Needs to be cleared over by Darlene Peterson, which it is. Here we go. Schofield setting up back set there for Davis. That's Browning, actually. And they will find its mark. It will be tipped by Darlene Peterson into the stands. 8-6 here in the second set, brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. To the line to serve Schofield. Peart on the back line puts it up, and then Wilson sends it back and then cleared over by Huffaker. Huffaker to Slaw, and then Schofield in the middle. She'll go ahead and set up Slaw. And miscommunication there between Wilson and Peterson, and they will go ahead and call a timeout as Manila has come back and put together a run of their own. Let's go ahead and take a quick break here, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Time flies, especially when you're having fun. This is Jeremy Rex, manager at T-Bar S in Evanston. It's hard to believe that we've been here almost a year with our new management team and staff. Did you know that you can have your vehicle detailed, your windshield replaced, chip repair done, or get your trailer refinished or rewired at T-Bar S? Of course, we are a full-service collision repair shop, too. You can even change your oil and your brakes. Visit T-Bar S today. Let T-Bar fix your car. 515 County Road, Evanston.
Welcome you back now. Manila has put together quite a little bit of a run, and they are down only 1 point here in the second set, brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Your score 8-7 after great rallies by Manila and just good placement and miscommunication by Rich. A quick setup after the initial reception. Wilson to Huffaker for a Bear Lake Realty kill. Right smack dab in the middle of the Manila defense. Coach Lamborn rallying her troops, telling them that, A little bit of a miscommunication. Now it's time to get going. They're up 9-7. Here's Smith. Smith shaves the top of the tape, and then a return will fall onto the Rich side after we see Lamborn and Violet Taylor diving for it, but nonetheless, Manila will get points. Manila, a team of underclassmen doing great work against this Rich Rebel team. And then Peart will go ahead and clear that one up and over. Here's Manila Schofield tapping it up and over a dump set behind Violet Taylor in front of Mackenzie Smith right at the 10-foot line, and we are tied, ladies and gentlemen. Take nothing here away from Manila. They've been putting together great runs and have been putting together some good defense. Out of rotation will be called on Rich. And Manila will take the lead here. Service taken by Lamborn on the back line. Wilson will set up Peart in the middle. Peart, there we go. Sends a laser beam right at Sadie Davis, the freshman on the back left corner, and it will go off of her forearms at 1,000 miles per hour into the stands, and now we are tied. Cassidy Grohl in for the Rich Rebels. Over, taken by Slaw, and then Schofield will set her up again on the left side. Back left corner, and Slaw does what she does best, and Manila giving Rich everything that it can handle right now. What a great group of girls doing the best that they can. Kate Bambro. And she sends that one over, and we'll get an ace as it will be quickly off of the forearms of Lamborn. It was just a little bit misjudged. And Lamborn will come out and Argyle will come in. Your Rich Rebels down 2 points. Bambro sends it over to Argyle and then to Wilson. Wilson to Peart in the middle. It will bounce off the top of the tape and down. Bear Lake Realty kill for Annie. Miss Peart is the leading, I believe, for the team in kills. She's got 5. Here, 6 points. Violet Taylor now sends it over, and this will be a Crawford Trough ace as a deep squat. Not enough for Kate Bambro to get underneath that as it will go off her hands and out of bounds to the right. We're tied now as Violet Taylor goes right back at Bambro, and then Slaw will send that over. It will be initially tipped, and then here's the third touch by Smith and cleared over. Davis, Schofield. Up and over by Schofield. Here we go. Here's Annie Peart in the middle. Peart picks on the back line of Bambro, and it will go off of her forearms and out of bounds. That's her 7th of the game. Violet Taylor awaits the clear. Service taken by Bambro on the back line. Schofield then to Slaw in the middle of the 10-foot line. Up into the ceiling it goes and needs to be cleared over, and it is by Rich. Schofield setting up Bear in the middle. High arcing to the back line. Here comes an attack from Peart. Almost into the net, but not quite. Back and forth. Here's Slaw over the front line of Rich. Dug up in a Town of Woodruff dig by Grohl. Really low into the net, but it will take a favorable bounce off of Peart. Argyle's going to come back out, and Lamborn will come in after getting a quick breather, and it is 14-12 after the Bear Lake Realty kill by Peart. Taylor taken well. Here's Manila's attack by Slaw at the 10-foot line. Dug up and then put up for Annie Peart in the middle off of the set from Wilson. Annie puts it away, does what she does best. 15-12. Manila trying to rally and cheer each other on as Rich will serve. Taken there and then cleared over by Schofield. Tip by Wilson in a battle. Here's Bear going to the back line, dug up by Taylor. Wilson in the middle there for Peart. Peart is on a little bit of a roll. 16. 6 kills in this set alone. She's taking it upon herself to will Rich in through this next set. They are up 4 points here in the second set, brought to you by LSR refrigerated. Interesting, as Annie Peart slaps it off of the over return from Manila. Here comes an attack from Slaw into the net. Seven to nothing run for Rich. Violet Taylor's been there for quite a while. Bambro to Schofield, cleared over by Davis. Davis, that will go out the back line too far, as Rich finally seems to be back in the driver's seat after a little bit of a dogfight with Manila. Service, and then Slaw will put it up and cleared over by Davis. Violet Taylor keeps it alive, and then Wilson will set up Lamborn high and outside to the left. Will find its mark right in front of the front line and a little bit to the left, right by to the right of Bambro for a Bear Lake Realty kill. Violet Taylor finds her mark, sends it over. Here is Manila, Slaw. It will be blocked by Annie Peart, and that was close as Annie Peart slams it, and then a dig will roll on top of the tape and then go out of bounds to the left. What an interesting combination, 20-12. Schofield setting up Slaw in the middle, who tries to put it over the front line of Rich, but it's dug up by Wilson. Annie Peart gets it blocked there by Bear. Bear cannot do it twice, though, as they go back to Peart right in the middle. 21-12. It will go down onto the Manila side. Quite a substantial run now by the Rich Rebels as Violet Taylor takes it and sends it over, and it will go off of the forearms, high off of the forearms and almost into the basketball hoop on the east side of the gym. Crawford Trough ace, and 22-12, a 10-point lead. Dug up by Bambro, and then Schofield sends it back into play, and Slaw taps it over. Here's Wilson setting up Lamborn high and outside to the left, and it will be an attack on Bambro on the back line. It will be touched and then go out of bounds. 23-12. Violet Taylor again sends it over. And it will find its mark in another Crawford Trough ace, this time off of Browning on the back left corner. Set point coming up for your Rich Rebels, and a quite substantial run that I've not quite seen in quite a while. Here is Schofield getting the reception and then setting up Browning. Off the forearms of Grohl, high up into the rafters, and then cleared over finally by Grohl on the third touch. Schofield sets up Browning. Browning into the net, and that will be the end of the second set, brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. 25-12. Your Rich Rebels take the second one, and they will go up 2-0 in the set department. One more set coming up if the Rich Rebels win, and that will be the end of the game. Great work and great scrappiness exemplified by Manila. They were able to take Rich pretty well and tied almost up at 9, and then Rich goes on an insane run, which we will talk about. We'll go ahead and take a step aside here, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
We welcome you back now as we dip into the third set, brought to you by Rich County Government. Rich County Government, Rebels with a champion cause. Here we go as a set summary of set number 2. The Rich Rebels with 14 kills, 6 aces. However, Rich was down 10-12 at one point in that last set. And then after a 15-0 run by the Rich Rebels, they're going to go ahead and take that one 25-12. A little bit of a miscommunication and some great play by the underclassmen of Manila. They are really putting in some great work, and they're taking it to the Rebels. They are not scared, and it is a good time. as we're now getting into the third set by Rich County Government. That is our sponsor. Let's take a quick one more little break as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Welcome back to the third set, brought to you by Rich County Government. What's very possibly the third and final set, unless Manila can come back. Here is Kaylee Hatch getting the ball and setting up as our judges set the girls in the proper positions and check in with the scores table. We are now ready to go as we will reset the scoreboard 0-0 here. Kaylee Hatch with service. She will send that up and over, taken by the back line by Bambro. Browning, and then cleared over by Schofield. Violet Taylor on the back line, and then Hatch in the middle setting up Huffaker. Huffaker sends it at Bambro, who could have let it out of bounds, but this time Bear will clear it up and over. We'll get another shot at it as this time Lamborn high and outside to the left. Bambro digs that one well. Davis, and then at a 10-foot line, Browning attempts to slap it over, but it will be too low, and it will go underneath the net. Points for Rich. Hatch over, taken by Davis. Schofield at the 10-foot line. In the middle for Bambro. It will be cleared over and out of bounds. Too far to the southwest corner of the gym. And a 2-0 lead quickly for the Rich Rebels. Like a bowler, getting ready to throw the ball. Here is Hatch, and then it will go back to Rich after the initial reception. Here's Darlene Peterson high and outside. To the right, it will go into the net as she misses by just a little bit. 2-1. The freshman and the ringer for Manila. Here's Slaw. Jump, serve, and I guess my jinxes work for both teams as Slaw puts that one into the net. Back over to Lamborn. Lamborn shaves the top of the tape, and then it will go fall down onto the Manila side in front of Bambro. 4-1. And a Crawford Trough ace for Brittany Lamborn. Up and over right now to Browning, then Bambro, and then cleared over by Slaw. Dug up by Lamborn, and the 10-foot line set up for Huffaker. Huffaker. And then 3 touches by Manila. Huffaker will get some points for Rich after the attack, not able to be returned by Manila. 5-1. Lamborn over, off of the forearms of Browning and out of bounds. That's a Crawford Trough ace and her 4th so far. T7 propane and Woodruff timeout, and we'll go ahead and take a quick breather. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife as well as on mylocalradio.com.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
We welcome you back, Rich Rebel fans, to Randolph, Utah, where your Rich Lady Rebels are up 2-0 in the set department and 6-1 in the points department here in the third set, brought to you by Rich County Government. A clean sweep on the line unless Manila can somehow get this back. Schofield will go ahead and set up her teammate Davis. It will go off of the forearms and then kept inbounds, and then a clearance attempt by Annie Peart. What a wonderful sequence of events as Schofield goes ahead and sets up her teammate and Darlene Peterson. jumping quite a bit higher than I probably could. She'll jump up and spike it back down onto the Manila side for points for Rich. That was spearheaded by an amazing just kind of team effort by keeping it inbounds by Rich off of the attack. Here's Lamborn receiving a slaw attack, and then Peart will clear it up and over right to Davis. Bear will go back to Davis on the left side. Kept up in the air, and then Hatch will send it over to Huffaker, and then a third clearance by Rich. Schofield dumps it to Peart in the middle, and then close to the tape, and then Annie Peart knows that wasn't what she intended to do, but that will go too close to the tape, and then points will go to Rich. Actually, they will go to Manila. 7-2, your reading. Here's Bear sending it up and over the forearms and almost into the basketball basket on the east side of the gym. No, that west side of the gym after it was going off the forearms of Peart. It's 3-7. This time Peart will handle it well, and Hatch will set up Huffaker in the middle, and she will just tap that one up and over just a little bit too high for Bambro. And a Bear Lake Realty kill for Huffaker. She'll come out, and Smith will come in. Service by Smith, taken by Slaw on the back line, and then cleared over by Browning, and it will be put down, destroyed. And a block, an epic recreation block by Darlene Peterson and Annie Peart. 9-3, up and over, and a Crawford Trough ace for Mackenzie Smith. That will be on the back right corner, and it will be touched by Browning. Smith again, now they're up 10-3. She puts that one over to Slaw. Cleared over by Bear. Bear to Lamborn on the back left corner, and then Hatch will back set for Darlene Peterson. Stays out of the net, but Manila handles it well, and Slaw gets that one blocked again by Annie Peart and Darlene Peterson. Let's go ahead and take a gander right back at that. The instant replay will show that Slaw will get this on the back left corner, and it will be put right back by Annie Peart and Darlene Peterson. Back into live coverage. Here is Smith now, and then Hatch setting up Peart in the middle. Peart, back right corner, as Bear of Manila limping around, not able to get the mobility to dive and get that one. We're at 12-3. Smith up and over, taken by Slaw, and then Browning. Cleared over by Bear on the third touch. Hatch, and then Darlene Peterson in the middle setting up Annie Peart on the logo. Cleared up and over. Great work by Manila. Hatch in the middle on the logo. They'll set up Violet Taylor outside and then to the left. And she will hit the back line for points and a Bear Lake Realty kill. Here comes Smith with a 10-point lead. Dominance here in this third set brought to you by Rich County Government. A clearance by Bear. And it will be just in front of Brittany Lamborn. Just misjudged that one. It will fall right in front of her, and a kill there for Manila. Here's Schofield, ready to serve for Manila. On the block of the basketball court. Out of rotation, called again on the Rich Rebels. 13-5. It wouldn't have mattered anyway because that ball was going right off of the forearms of Lamborn and Taylor down onto the Rich side. 8-point lead for Rich. Schofield sends it up and over. Lamborn almost into the net, and then it will be kept alive, but not enough to get it up and over. Great work by Schofield. Good placement. 13-6. They're still down, but cutting into the lead. Lamborn will take that one pretty well, and then a back set for Darlene Peterson. Peterson, laser beam right at the 10-foot line and down cross court in front of Schofield. And a Bear Lake Realty kill. Peterson's going to go ahead and check out, and Ambria Lutz will come in. We have the JV game immediately after this as Ambria Lutz puts it out the back line a little bit too hard. Doubling the points of Manila, it is 14-7. Rich will lead. Lamborn off of her forearms. Lamborn just having a little bit of an off game today, as it occasionally happens, as a ace for Manila. This time Smith will receive, and then Hatch will back set there for Peart, who touches it and finesses it right up over the front line of Manila and down at the 10-foot line on the right side. Here comes Violet Taylor to serve. Over the top and touches the tape, but over. Manila cleared over by Davis. Right to Smith, and then Hatch in the middle, setting up for Brittany Lamborn. She's getting a little bit of her groove back, and she jumps up on the left side and puts it right down onto the Manila back line for points. Service by Taylor. Taken by Bear, and then Schofield will set up Slaw on the left side. Slaw gets it up and over, good attack, but it will be defended well by Rich. Here's Manila back on offense. They'll send it up and over, and Smith will keep it alive, and then Lamborn just misjudges that one, and she puts it into the net and down onto the Rich side. 16-9, your reading on the Station on Main scoreboard. Bambro. Service. Taken on the back right corner by Lamborn, and then she'll get the set up high and outside to the left, and she'll send it right back at Bambro. Right in front of her on the back line. Almost double the points. Rich is in the lead in the third set. Annie Peart sends that one over for a Crawford Trough ace, splitting the back line between Browning and Bambro. Now double the points, 18-9. Your Rich Rebels in the lead. Here comes a jumping serve from Peart. Fielded there by Bambro, almost close into the tape. It will be tipped up and over after a lift will be called on Schofield. Annie Peart up and over, and then sent right back to the Rich side after the reception by Browning. Back and forth, one touches by each team. Hatch in the middle for Huffaker. Huffaker will find points as she puts it right down, and it will be two touches off of Slaw and Browning and then into the tape. 20-9. Peart again up and over, right at Browning. Bambro and then Davis. Fielded there by Smith. Annie Peart, and then Dixie Huffaker rises and climbs the ladder right on the Rebel logo up and puts it on the back line. 7th kill for Huffaker. There is a ace from Annie Peart as it will bounce off of 3 Manila players. It was probably going to go out of bounds, but they kept it alive. Here's 22-9. 3 points away from the end of the match. Kept alive and then into the tape after the second touch by Slaw. 23-9. Jumping serve by Peart, up and over the net, taken there by Bambro, who does a deep squat, but it will go off of her forearms and into the stands near the camera. Another Crawford Trough ace for Peart, and here is match point for the Rich Rebels, and it will be ended on a Crawford Trough ace by Annie Peart. She racked up quite a few in that third set. 25-9, a clean sweep. The Rich Rebels take care of Manila, as we'll go ahead and take a step aside, and then we'll go into the post-game show. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful Saturday. Your Rich Rebels taking care of business and doing what needs to be done, as we'll go ahead and take a breather. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife, as well as coverage on mylocalradio.com.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
We welcome you now to the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show. As always, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho, wishing the Rebels much success. Let's first cover some of the highlights of today's game, brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth. That first set, wonderful work by the Rich Rebels as they take care of business, going ahead and taking that one 25-11. Mackenzie Smith spearing a 6-0 run in the first set. Then in the second set, Rich down 10-12, and then a 15-0 run. That's spearheaded by Violet Taylor, who got a couple Crawford Trough aces, and then some monster blocks by Annie Peart and Darlene Peterson. Finally in the third set, Annie Peart with 4 aces to end the set on a 9-0 run. Rich Rebels take care of business, 3-0 against the Manila Mustangs. Region win, and great stuff there. As we're getting ready for the JV matchup. The Rich Rebels will not be covered for JV, unfortunately, today. However, if you are in Randolph and have a second on this beautiful Saturday, come support these girls. That has been our post-game highlights, brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth. Coming up next on the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show, we'll go and do the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. And then we'll dip into the precision play of the game, as well as the player of the game. We'll go ahead and take a quick second here, as you've been listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife, with coverage on mylocalradio.com.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments, no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
We're going to go ahead and welcome you back to the Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show. Let's dive into our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Jimmy John's out of Evanston and Rock Springs, where fresh and fast meat, delivering gourmet sandwiches fresh every time. Jimmy John's, 113 Front Street in Evanston. This brings us to the end of the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Rather, the beginning. We'll go ahead and step into it now as we touch up on our set summary. Mackenzie Smith helps lead Rich on a 6-0 run to take care of business, 25-11, with 5 aces in that first set. Then, in the second set, 14 kills by the Rebels, which were down 10-12, and then a 15-0 run helps them take that second set. And then finally into the third set, 10 kills, 7 aces, as well as a 9-0 run with the help of Annie Peart at the very end, 4 aces by her. Your Rich Rebels are going to go ahead and take this one 3-0 in the sweeping fashion against the Manila Mustangs. That is your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Jimmy John's, where fresh and fast meet. Now, let's go ahead and dip into our Precision Player of the Game. The Precision Player of the Game today is going to go to Annie Peart, as she was everywhere and single-handedly got this team back into business in the second set, and then finally put it away in the third set. That's right, she had 4 aces alone at the very end of the third set, and just multiple great moments. And that's going to lead us into our Precision Play of the Game. Our Precision Play of the Game here on the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show. Special thanks to Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho for making this happen. Dr. McKay Frankham helping us with this Precision Play of the Game, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910. Here we go for the Precision Play of the Game. We will go ahead and see. Here comes reception and a setup from Schofield to Slaw, and that will be put right back onto the Manila side as Darlene Peterson and Annie Peart rise above the rest here on the right side of their court, and just monster block puts that right back into the smack dab middle of the Manila defense. That is our Precision Play of the Game. Annie Peart being a part of that, as well as the Player of the Game. We'll go ahead and take a quick second as we'll go ahead into our final ads for the end of our post-game show, and then we will wrap it up, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife, as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
Welcome you back now to the very end of our Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show. Special thanks to Jimmy Johns for our Freaky Fast recap, Dr. McKay Frankham for our Precision Play of the Game, as well as our boosters, Walmart, Atlas Home Care and Hospice, and Comprehensive Family Dental. Let's go ahead and end our broadcast now as the end of the match. Your Rich Rebels in varsity play against the Manila Mustangs will take this one 3-0 in a clean sweep, with the help of Annie Peart in both the Precision Play of the Game and the Player of the Game. This is Cody Olson. Don't be shy. Join me next week as we have football back in action, volleyball for the Richfield tournament, and just a plethora of sports happening next week. Have a beautiful and wonderful weekend. Spend time with your family and enjoy the sunshine as fall is upon us, and it could not be more beautiful outside. This is Cody Olson, voice of the Rich High Rebels, signing off by saying, Go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Thank you for joining us on this Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on mylocalradio.com. Until